Good morning, folks. This is what the distiller looks like when you are actually in the process of making something. What you see cooking in there right now is lavender. I've already had a lot of it on hand, and it's really easy to use, and you can use it for a bunch of different purposes, like misting your bed sheets. Lavender is supposed to interact with the nervous system to engage your parasympathetic nervous system and help you sleep better. So I thought that would be a really good thing to start with. You can see there's a burner up under it. Whenever you buy one of these kits, it does not come with the burner. What it actually comes with is this little lamp. And you fill this up with a kind of clean oil. It's not kerosene, I forget exactly what it's called, but you put that in there and light it under the flask. The thing is, it is really hard to get whatever's in the flask up to the boiling point with that. It's almost like trying to cook on a candle. So what I did, I got this idea from TJ Bell. He got one of these burners, and you can get these burners really cheap from anywhere like Walmart, Amazon. They're anywhere from like $25 to maybe $55, something like that. This one, you can get ones that, this one you cannot tell the actual temperature that you have it set on. You can get some of the more expensive ones that show exactly what temperature you're setting it on. You see the thermometer sticking in the top of the bottle. What you want to do with your thermometer, you see how it's inside here? You want to keep the bottom of the thermometer just about even with the arm that goes over into the condenser so that you can keep track of the temperature. If it goes up too high, this thing can actually explode. So you want to keep it right around the 100-degree mark. This is Celsius, not Fahrenheit. So right around 100 degrees Celsius where the water will boil. And what happens as the water is boiling, it travels through this arm. You can see in the form of vapor. It evaporates, moves into the arm, and as it's coming over here, it moves into the condenser. Now the condenser is a little bit complicated. It's the most complicated part of the process, just because you have to have a source of running water to operate it. So I'm going to show you real quick. You see it's attached to the kitchen sink, and you have to turn it on just a bare trickle. You can see this is where it comes out of, this end of the hose. So what that is doing, as the condensation moves through this arm, it goes down into here, and you can see there is a spiral inside the condenser. The vapor goes down through the spiral. Now the reason for the running water, you see you have one hose from the sink that goes into the bottom of the condenser and another hose coming from the top, and you have to make sure the hose doesn't kink up. You can't just turn this on and walk away. There's a lot to the process. You have to keep your eye on it pretty much the entire time. But what the water does, when it comes in here, it fills this up and then flows back out this and into the sink. But what the water does is cools the coil down so that the vapor will start to condense, and then it drips out into this little container down here. See if you can see it actually dripping. Yes, there it goes. So that is where you form both your hydrosols and your essential oils. They both come out together. The way you separate them is after you are finished and this thing is full, you pour it into this piece here. And once you have the liquid in here, you'll let it set for a while, because you know oil and water does not mix. So what will happen is you'll see the oil and water begin to separate, and then you can drain the hydrosol out and have the essential oils separate. I'm actually more excited about the hydrosols than I am about the essential oils. You know, just because essential oils, you can buy them almost anywhere online. Hydrosols, there aren't that many available. You know, you can usually get rose at beauty shops, but not a lot else out there. But this, it's once you get the hang of it, it's not super complicated once you figure out how to do it, but it is very time consuming, and it takes a lot of mental and even physical energy to do this. After you've done this for a couple hours, me anyway, I was absolutely exhausted the first time I did this, just from having to stand here and pay attention to every little aspect of it. But that's essentially all there is to it. We are now making lavender hydrosols and essential oils, and I will keep you posted and let you see what the end result looks like whenever it's done. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and that you are well and healthy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.